I went into meditation and I said to my soul, I need help to synthesize the approach that we inherently, intuitively use. And so, interestingly, what happened is I was in meditation in the sauna and just, my soul just said to me, get your notebook and go for a walk. And behind our house at the time, there was about 5 miles of trails out in the kind of in the California hills. And as I was walking, my soul started telling me things. And my soul said, what's the most important thing you always get clear on first before you design a program for anybody? And I said, well, of course, their dream, goal, or objective, or I don't know, what their target is and how to get them there. So that became number one. Then my soul said, what is it that you're looking for in an evaluation? I said, well, where they're out of balance. And my soul said, well, there's only two forces that create the universe. What are they? I said, well, yin and yang, anabolic and catabolic. So my soul said, write that down. And then my soul said, well, whenever you design programs for people, it requires them to change the way they live and the way they exercise. So that requires choice. And my soul said, how many choices are there in any situation? So I thought about it. I said, well, there's only three, the optimal, the suboptimal, and do nothing. My soul said, write that down. Then my soul's, so I got to that far. Then I was in the gym working out, and my soul said, I was at the end of a program, my soul said, I went into my supply closet where I kept all my courses, which was a lot. And back then it was audio cassettes, this is a long time ago, and CDs. And so my soul directed me to this CD from, I don't know, maybe 1995. It was a course I'd studied on herbology. So my soul told me to listen to it again. And all of a sudden, I'm listening to this while I'm lifting weights. And the teacher of the course says the Romans believed that all ailments came from what they called one of three doctors: Dr. Happiness, Dr. Diet, or Dr. Quiet, meaning that everything that ailed people was either because they were not creating happiness in their life, or they were eating wrong, or they weren't getting enough rest. And so immediately it was like a lightning bolt went off in me, and I said, yes, but they're missing the fourth doctor. Dr. Movement, because back then people weren't sedentary. Even washing your clothing would have been a workout on a scrub board. So right away I saw that I could categorize values into these four categories that were absolutely essential for a person's health and well-being. And so then I went out and studied many philosophies, from Kung Fu to religious philosophies to philosophies of living. And I found that not one single philosophy out there had all four doctors. They either had one, two, or three of them. And there's no way you can be balanced as a healthy person. So what came out of this quest to simplify my teachings was, the first thing you got to do is identify a dream. The second thing you got to do is figure out where the imbalances are. The third thing you got to do is find out what they're willing to choose to do based on their motivation, inspiration, and will. And the fourth thing you got to do is identify where the imbalances are within the categories of happiness, movement, diet, and rest. And rest also includes introspection, self-time, spiritual development, inner development. I'd also studied Tai Chi with Master Fong Ha because I saw that people only knew how to work out. They didn't know how to use movement. I'd already studied medical Qigong and got trained in medical Qigong and found it very valuable in my own life. And so I wanted to develop a system of movement that cultivated energy and gave you more anabolic return instead of just constantly draining people, because the Western culture was just completely over the top with, no pain, no gain kind of training. And I saw it ruining athletes left, right, and center. I was forever having to back these down, and I worked with a lot of the top marathoners in the world. Biathlon, Kenny Souza, many times world champion biathlete, was a long-term client of mine. One of my clients, Tom Hunt, ran the 10K in 27:40, which made him one of the top-ranked 10K runners in the world at the time. I think he was 4th or 5th in the world.
Thanks for watching the Radical Health Rebel YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to share with your friends and family or share via your social media. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to receive notifications of new video clips from the podcast. And if you want to watch the full episode, completely ad-free, plus premium content, and join the Radical Health Rebel Patreon community, head on over to the Radical Health Rebel Patreon channel at www.patreon.com/Radical Health Rebel. Thanks again for watching.